What's going on, horror fanatics? Welcome to I Shot Him 6 Times YouTube horror movie channel. As you know, I'm your host Marcus. Please be sure to shoot that like button and subscribe to the channel, as well as shoot that notification icon so you get all the latest content updates to the channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about Jennaortega's interview with Entertainment Tonight on Scream 6 and share my thoughts and opinions on her comments from this interview. But before I get into it, let's hit that intro.
You are now watching I Shot Him 6 Times YouTube horror movie channel.
For the devil's
I shot him 6 times! Okay everyone, so 2 nights ago, Jennaortega was on Entertainment Tonight to promote the first season of Wednesday, which she will be starring as Wednesday Addams from the iconic Addams Family TV shows. But before getting into the details about Wednesday, she was asked about Scream 6, and though it was brief, she gave some interesting dialogue for us to touch on. So without wasting any more time, here goes the audio from that interview.
What's it like to come back for Scream 6 and specifically to work with Hayden Panettiere?
Hayden is a sweetheart. We all have so much love and respect for each other.
Someone missing is going to be NeveCampbell. What can you tease for fans about where Sid's storyline will end up?
There's so much going on in this next one that it's so action heavy. You're gonna be distracted almost. There's references to Sid, of course. There's still a protectiveness in the script, and I think that that's something that the actors had naturally over her. She's best daughter.
Okay, so a good bit to talk about here. So Jenna says that Scream 6 will be action and gore heavy, that it will distract from the fact that NeveCampbell will not be in this film as Sidney Prescott, but of course that there will be references, which I would definitely expect there to be references given that the film is rumored to be about a Ghostface killer or killers going after Ghostface survivors. So being that Sidney Prescott is the ultimate survivor, it doesn't surprise me at all if she is referenced in Scream 6. How she will be referenced in Scream 6 is the important part, but more on that in a sec. When Jenna says that this movie will be action and gore heavy, this is something that has been mentioned by Melissa Barrera as well in previous interviews, so this is nothing new. But what's important about the action gore heavy comments is the reason why this movie will be more action and blood oriented, gore oriented in Scream 6. Is not only in Scream 5 it lacked that, but because this will be paying homage to the franchise's biggest influence, Halloween. Because Halloween Kills, the second installment in David Gordon Green's trilogy, went far with the action and gore, it would not be surprising to me at all if Radio Silence, in their second Scream film of an assumed trilogy, decided to pay homage and go the same route. It's something that Wes Craven would do, and they'd be paying homage to him as well by doing so. And when you add the fact that Scream 6's timeline and story is supposed to take place around Halloween, it does not surprise me at all that this would be the direction that they're going in. Once again, paying homage to the Halloween franchise, paying homage to Halloween Kills, being that they had a high kill count and had a lot of action in that movie. Okay, so now on to Sidney Prescott and how she would be referenced in Scream 6. There's plenty of ways you could reference the ultimate survivor of Ghostface. Her resume runs deep. We can hear Gail mention her or even attempt to try to contact her, much like Dewey did in Scream 5 when the new murders start happening. Obviously, Gail could mention Sidney's time at Windsor College, being that this setting and the timeline with the new characters is very reminiscent. Kirby Reed could mention Sidney, being that she encountered Sidney in Scream 4, being that she was Jill's best friend. Obviously, Jill was Sidney's younger cousin, who turned out to be a Ghostface killer in Scream 4. But one key Sidney reference that I will be looking out for comes from Dermot Mulroney's character, Detective Walters, who has been confirmed as Rebecca Walters' father. Rebecca Walters, as we know, was Sidney Prescott's publicist in Scream 4. So I would definitely expect Detective Walters to mention Sidney at some point in Scream 6, being that she was subsequently the reason why his daughter was killed, being that his daughter worked for her. Another thing to take note of is Sidney Prescott references, not references, meaning she could be mentioned quite a bit in Scream 6. And in my opinion, these references to Sidney is Radio Silence and the studio signaling that they could be setting up for Sidney to return in Scream 7 if there is a Scream 7. They just got to make sure that the money and the respect, most importantly, is right this time around to make it happen with Neve Campbell. Another thing that has interested me about Jenna's comments is the part that she says this movie will be so action and gory heavy that it will distract audiences and fans from the fact that Neve Campbell isn't in this movie. Now, I'm not saying that that won't be the case. However, what hindered Scream 5 with many fans wasn't just the lack of chase scenes and the lack of kills in Scream 5, but the lack of character development. Sure, fans want to see more blood, more action, more chase scenes and all that good stuff, but they also want to be able to get to know and grow to love these new characters in Sam, in Tara, in Mindy, in Chad, the same way that they love the original 3 characters in Sydney, in Gail, and Dewey, and other characters throughout the franchise like Kirby Reed. If Scream 6 is a bunch of kills and gore with no character development, it could fall into the same criticism that Halloween Kills fell into, as Halloween Kills was viewed as a movie with over-the-top violence with no story. That left many fans disappointed in the film. If Scream 6 doesn't develop these new characters, then it would just lead fans to say, see, it was a mistake not having Neve Campbell in this movie. With that being said, we are less than 6 months away from Scream 6's release, and as more news comes out, we will obviously be taking a look at the clues and speculate even further on what to expect from this movie. But okay everyone, that is it for this video. Hit the comment section below and let me know your thoughts on Jenna's comments, as well as let me know if you think Scream 6 will mirror Halloween Kills with the violence. Once again, this is I Shot Him 6 Times YouTube horror movie channel. I'm your host Marcus. Please be sure to shoot that like button. It helps out the channel a lot, guys. The more likes we get, the more people view this video, as well as shoot that notification bell so you get all the latest content updates to the channel. Be sure to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon. Thank you all for watching.